Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. This could be cool. Battle Order, great channel. Preemptive Light. Guide to the French Infantry Squad. New equipment. Okay. Hi, guys. How are you? Good. Great. Let's learn. Battle Order, original link to their video. Top of the description. Below that, link to the Discord. Click on it. Send you right over there. Love to have you. Pull up a chair, friend.
In recent years, the French army has secured procurement of several new weapon systems that are changing the face of its infantry units. The fundamentals of how their small units are structured will remain largely the same, but there still isn't a lot out there on how the squad is currently set up. So, in this video, we're going to take you through the organization and equipment of the French Army Infantry Squad, or Groupe de Combat. And if you liked it, make sure to check out our Patreon, where you can support what we do and get access to exclusive perks, such as our limited run patches at the Sergeant Major tier. For the past few decades, the organization of the French infantry platoon or section has been pretty stable. It includes a 3-man command team, 3 infantry squads, and a 7-man support squad with Eric's ATGMs and machine guns. Mounted platoons have 4 vehicles, either VAB, VHM, or VBMR Griffin armored personnel carriers, or VBCI infantry.
Another one of my videos finished uploading. Sorry, go back 5 seconds.
Mounted platoons have 4 vehicles, either VAB, VHM, or VBMR Griffin armored personnel carriers, or VBCI infantry fighting vehicles, depending on the unit. The current—
Guys, are there any situations where wheels are superior to treads, or is it only like a cost thing? I suppose like you can probably go faster over flat surfaces with the wheels, whereas, you know, all terrain is going to need treads.
The current French squad organization was solidified around 2015. Initially, this included an unnamed command element, a 300-meter trinome, a 600-meter trinome, and a vehicle crew. The 300 and 600-meter teams refer to the effective ranges of their respective weapon systems. In practice, the 300-meter team is the principal assault element, while the 600-meter team is a support by fire element. During the Cold War, these were the shock and fire teams, and now they have since been renamed to the Alpha and Bravo teams officially. The squad typically comes under the leadership of a sergeant, but is sometimes led by a chief corporal, which is the French Army's highest junior enlisted rank. They're armed with an HK-416F rifle as their primary. As many of you will know,
That's a cool looking gun. I don't know a lot about guns, but that just... Are there any guns? I just thought about this. Are there any guns? Because doesn't the... Like, just look... You see where I'm pointing at? This gun here? Like, if you just look at, like, where the trigger is and the handle, it really looks like a pistol, you know? And then... I wonder if there are any guns that, like, can be used as both a... Like, for the same concept as a bayonet, but instead of a gun and a bayonet, a gun and a smaller gun for, like, more close combat. Are there guns where, like, you can shoot like that, but then, like, you can, like, quickly, like, dislodge the handle into, like, a pistol and can, like, shoot, and then, like, chunk it back in and shoot more? I know you'd have to... The pistol would have to fire... you know, this kind of gun's ammo, which I'm not sure is possible. Might not be practical.
HK-416F rifle as their primary. As many of you will know, the HK-416 is Heckler & Koch's piston-driven 5.56 AR platform. In 2017, the French decided to procure standard-length 14.5-inch and carbine-length 11-inch barrel versions of the 416 to replace the aging FAMAS bullpup and line units. All HK-416s in the squad will be issued with an unmagnified Aimpoint Comp M5 optic, superseding a mix of optics currently in service, like the EOTech holographic sights, older unmagnified optics, and the Schrome J4. In addition, a number of enhanced feline rifle optics with an attached unmagnified sight are used as well with the squad's 5.56 weapons. This bulky attachment is a thermal sight with networking built in, meaning others in the platoon, including leadership, can tap in to see what the rifleman sees via a remote display. In addition to this networked capability, it confers similar benefits to other thermal sights, such as being able to acquire targets in obscure and dark conditions. However, actual combat application is very limited outside of defensive night operations. Pending future deliveries, all personnel in the squad will also be armed with the Glock 17 as a sidearm. Moving on, since 2015, the sergeant has had a designated marksman under their direct control. Likely a result of combat experience in Afghanistan and Mali, the marksman provides the squad leader with the ability to accurately engage targets beyond his Bravo team's 600 to 700 meter effective range. During the 2010s, the standard weapon of the marksman was the FR-F2 bolt-action rifle, which
I don't know what it is, but it just makes the gun look even cooler when it has these like ragged little medical tape around. It just looks cooler.
The standard weapon of the marksman was the FR-F2 bolt-action rifle, which is an extensively modified version of the old MOS 36 rifle that has been accurized and chambered in 7.62 NATO, with an effective range of 800 meters. More recently, the newer semi-automatic HK417 has also been procured as an interim solution, and we've been told that certain units run a mix of both. However, the French army has since decided to procure the FN SCAR HPR to replace both in small units. This DMR is being delivered with a Swarovski 8x24 scope and started showing up in units in 2021. The Alpha team, meanwhile, consists of 3 soldiers. These are the team leader, who's usually a corporal or chief corporal, and 2 grenadier voltigeurs, who are essentially riflemen. Each will be armed with an HK416 and Glock 17, but the Grenadier Voltigeurs will also have a disposable AT-4 CS anti-tank weapon. The AT-4 is an 84mm heat cartridge, which, as per American doctrine, has an effective range of 300 meters and practical armor penetration of 16 inches. Like the Alpha team, Bravo team consists of 3 soldiers under a corporal or chief corporal. It serves 2 key weapon systems. First, a machine gunner mans a Mini-Me light machine gun.
It's just hard to know what 16 inches mean. Obviously, you can. It's 4 inches over a foot, but like, what is the usual like front armor thickness of tanks you're trying to fire at? So, is that enough to be effective hitting the tank at kind of any point on the tank? Or
belt fed and chambered in 5.56. Pretty straightforward automatic firepower. Second, a Lance Grenadier mans an LGI Model F1 51mm grenade launcher in addition to their rifle, providing a longer range munitions projecting capability out to 675 meters. The LGI is essentially a built-up rifle grenade launcher fired by hand. It comes with high explosive rounds with a lethal radius.
Not literally a rifle grenade, but the 51mm munition is more similar to a rifle grenade than a conventional mortar shell. Okay.
Of about 20 meters, smoke, flares, and eventually infrared of about 20 meters fired by hand. It comes with high explosive rounds with a lethal radius of about 20 meters, smoke, flares.
That little thing, this thing, I guess it's not that little, has a kill radius of 20 meters? A kill radius, not a kill diameter.
Is essentially a built-up rifle grenade launcher fired by hand. It comes with high explosive rounds with a lethal radius of about 20 meters.
Guys, that's crazy to me. A radius of 20 meters, so a diameter of 40 meters, which is how many feet? That's like 150 feet, 140 feet? Because I don't think it's exactly 3 feet to a meter. I think it's like 3.2 feet, something like that. That is a much bigger kill zone than I thought one of these things could could do. So obviously it's a kill zone. If nothing's in front of you, you're okay.
Smoke, flares, and eventually infrared illuminators for use with passive infrared optics. In addition to the weapons listed here, the French are also adopting the HK-269F underbarreled grenade launcher at 2 per squad. As far as we can tell, they aren't replacing the LGI at 2 per squad. As far as we can tell, they aren't replacing the LGI because it's seen as a pretty important weapon system. More likely is that they're going to partially or entirely replace conventional rifle grenades. We aren't sure who will get these, but team will entirely replace conventional rifle grenades.
You're firing this thing from that gun?
We aren't sure who will get these, but team leadership is an obvious guess. Supporting this dismounted element, French units with the vehicles have 2 dedicated vehicle crewmen. These are the driver, armed with a carbine variant of the HK-416, and a vehicle gunner, armed with a standard length rifle. The vehicle gunner will rank higher than the driver and function as an assistant vehicle commander for the squad leader when he dismounts. But the vehicle remains under the direction of the squad leader on the dismount, including the direction of fires. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video where we take a look at the tactics and allocation of the Javelin anti-tank guided missile. We'll see you over there.
Cool video. Very interesting. Looking at modern equipment, that some of those guns look so cool. Alrighty, hope you're all doing well. If not, chin up. You'll be good soon. And if you can answer any of my questions, any of you gun guys who know more about that than I do, which isn't saying much because I really don't know a lot about guns. Didn't expect that from an American. Bye, guys. See you next time. See you later.